Here we are with the final rep for Dawntrail, the crafting reputation. Going to be with the Yok Huy. Looks like we're going to be talking with the blue armor here to distinguish them. Farafar. Farafar? We'll go with that. Take us away. Frosty neighbors. Farafar seeks a skilled hand for an enormous task. Let's see if I can still do a Yok Huy voice. Oh. This is nice music. Very pretty. All right. Let me see.
A traveler from across the salt. Greetings. You may call me Farafar. You seem the type to have friends all along the width and breadth of our continent. Do you by chance know any particularly skilled artisans? If you could introduce them to me, I would be eternally grateful.
Oh, I know plenty of skilled artisans, but we're among them.
You are a deft hand at crafting. Well, then I am in luck, as is all of Warlore's Echo. We are under threat, you see, and require the help of one such as you to survive.
Really? That important level of crafting? All right, nod. Normally the safety of the realm is for the combat specialist, but here we are, defending the realm with crafting.
A great avalanche has swallowed a place known as Zirgorteh, the Open-Armed, once home to a sacred altar and its keepers. Although thankfully uninhabited at the time, I fear this was no accident.
Oh. Zirgorteh, the Open-Armed. Okay. Can't save the world without good crafters. No, what would the world do without crafters? What do we do without them? Salute to all the crafters out there. We're just a novice crafter. A casual crafter.
No, this destruction was caused by the snow spirits of Urkopacha.
Okay, like the one that we met that was one of the bosses in Workers Armor.
Well, we Yok Huy lived in harmony with these spirits for generations. They have, as late, become possessed by an inconsolable rage. None know why, and attempts at reason have only stoked their anger further.
Okay.
There is, however, a way to quell the spirits, a ceremony known as the Pact, which must be performed at the altar which was once so carefully maintained. An old friend taught me this.
Okay. Like remaking the pack like with the elementals.
Yet therein lies our problem. The avalanche swept away much of the altar and its surroundings. We must repair it quickly so the rite can be performed. If we fail, all Urkopacha may succumb to the spirit's wrath.
Okay, so this is where we're going with the quest line. I like this. So maybe an unseen aspect of the harmony with the spirits of the mountains here. I like a challenge, but I want to see what I'm working with first, or I'm having trouble imagining the extent of the damage. We'll see the second one. I need to know the extent of the damage.
That is to be expected. Very well. Let us visit what little remains. It will help you understand more clearly what is at stake. To the south of Warlord's Echo, you will find stairs leading to the ritual site. The guard at the top will allow us passage up the mountain.
All right, nod, 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 nod. Okay, so there's stairs here. Were there always stairs here? Are these stairs new? I feel like I would remember these stairs. I feel like they're new stairs. Hi-ho, Silver. Away! Our new secret, buddy boy. Nice set of stairs. So this is this lead? Oh, okay, this is the passageway up the mountain. Can we go up here? No, okay. Now Vergar. You're the crafter helping out Rafar, yes? Thank you for helping her solve this troubling problem. Oh, her. Oh, the more you know. Rafar, a lady Yok Huy.
You came.
Keeping the voice.
Good. Before we cross the pass, might I ask your name?
It's Kelwyn.
Kelwyn. Wait. The very same Kelwyn who felled Vale Garmanda.
That's the one.
My apologies. I had no idea I was among one of our saviors.
Yeah, no problem. No, don't worry about it.
Not that I was doubtful before, but I suddenly feel much better about our chances of success. She who felled Vale Garmanda, also amazing crafter. Come now, our destination is not far.
We're up the snowy mountains. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's wrecked as fuck. I like the chimes.
This is what remains of Zirgorteh, the open-armed. The damage is unlike anything I have ever seen. Even our histories contain few stories of such destruction. That structure at the far end is the Breathless Altar.
Okay, Breathless Altar, okay.
Where the ritual was performed. Although to see it now, one could hardly guess what purpose it served. Do you feel that? Something beyond the usual chill in the air.
The snow spirit. Oh, there they are. It's possessed of the rancor. Like with the tomberries. The Angie. The inner beast. Something else. Gah. Ryokor Turte. Is this one that we know? Is this the boss? Do I know this snow spirit? Oh, they put up a wall like, "Ye shall not pass." Didn't attack, just a warning. Hi. We'd like to repair this sacred altar. No, anything with reason just mean they've been louder. So this is just like a hey, don't pass. Why? A warning.
They left. Thank goodness. To think they would be so bold. You have seen now the frenzy which grips them. Yet they looked almost frightened by you. Have you encountered the spirits before?
Oh yeah, I fought them on my way up the mountain. For the trial of the ascension.
You bested them during the feat of proof. I should expect no less from one who defeated a Tural Vidral. If you are even half as good at crafting as you are at fighting, I believe we are in good hands.
No problem. Master of many traits.
Yet even if the spirits are felled, they will be born again when the next snow falls.
Oh, is that how that works?
And they will rage. The pact is the only way we can set things to rights. Yet even if the altar were whole, there are none left who know how the ritual was conducted. Dar Torgor was the final caretaker remaining, and dear friend of mine. However, before the avalanche buried all this, her body was lost in a tragic accident.
Maybe that's why the spirit's angry?
What little I know of the pact, I learned from her. I never encouraged her to speak more of the sacred practice, but now I wish I had. Now I must make up for my lack of curiosity. I will learn how to appease the spirits in Torgor's stead.
All right, I'm with you.
For many years, she was Urkopatra's silent guardian, and I shall take up the mantle she left behind.
Perhaps it's a practice that should be more commonly spread amongst the Kui, amongst your peoples. Okay. Because you said it's technically any altar. Is any altar breathless since an organic object? I think it's supposed to mean when you're on the altar, you become breathless. Either with awe or with probably like the thin mountain air. Alright, Farafar.
Now that you have seen the scale of the undertaking before you, I ask you once more, will you join me in rebuilding Zirgorteh, the open-armed?
Hell yeah, Nodders. Count me in. I'm interested to see this pact for myself, for I was fated to meet that spirit again, it seems. Talk of fate. Let me do the second one. Seems we're fated to meet again.
Thank you, Kelwyn. You have given me hope in these dark times. Before we get started on the altar proper, We should first restore the building where Dawntrail lived, so we might have shelter.
Little snowflake markings.
It was fittingly called Warmth, and she lodged there with the other caretakers.
Okay, so it wasn't just her, but she's the one that knew the rituals.
It should make the perfect base from which to conduct our restoration. Now, rest assured, I do not intend for just us to shoulder this burden. We would do well to recruit a few more pairs of helping hands. I suppose that will be my first request. Please ask around Warlord's Echo for anyone willing to lend their aid, and I will make what preparations I can for the work ahead.
All right, very well. Definitely an interesting quest line. I like it. Oh, look at this little chokipo over here. Full raincoat. Nice light blue color. Maybe gray? Maybe light blue. Light blue and or gray. Oh, they're gone. They had a long name, whatever it was. All right. Let us ask around then for help. Excuse me, you're a stone carvery type person? Will you be willing to help to appease the spirits?
The avalanche caused all that damage. I see. You know, I spoke with Dawntrail once some years ago now. She said she lived alone in the mountains and was the sole keeper of an altar up there. Despite her solitary life, she seemed a bright and kind soul.
So I'm getting mixed messages here. Like, she was the keeper of the altar, but then the other one said that there was a couple of other people that there was more than one guardians that took shelter in warmth. So, okay.
I was saddened to hear her body was lost when she suffered that terrible fall.
Okay, a terrible fall, okay.
I'd always hoped she would visit again and tell me more about her unique experiences. Although I only met her the one time, I will not soon forget Dawntrail. To honor her memory, I pledge my aid in Zirgorteh, the open-armed reconstruction.
I thank you.
My trade is carpentry, but I am ready and willing to help wherever it is needed. I shall speak with Farafar to see where I can be of use.
Okie dokie, okie dokie. Wait. Is this our friends from the side questing? Well, I didn't expect to see you here.
It has been too long since we last met, Kelwyn. I am come here with no plea to trade, but the people seem unsettled somehow.
Yeah, so there was like this avalanche, spirits are angry, we're trying to rebuild a sacred altar. Also, already said 4 clears, 2 certs each per clear. Oh, hell yeah, congratulations on getting some more clears. Nice. Alright, Mafurler.
Ah, the spirits. That explains why we were attacked by a group one snowy day not long ago. We greeted them kindly as usual, but were assailed with icy magic without warning.
Okay, so normally they greet the spirits kindly, I see. healer LB3 used every single time and you're clear as well. At least you got there though. What mostly killed people? I feel like that there's that big dodgy thing where the lines are going in, out, and all around and stuff like that. That probably got a lot of people. Or if the limit cut goes astray. But when the limit cut goes astray, I don't think we might not have built LB3 anyway. But yeah, it seems like it can be a rough time on a lot with all the dodging and stuff. Easy for things to go awry. Alright, Refurler.
I had no choice but to drive them back or risk Nopley's life, but the incident has been troubling me ever since. They are our neighbors here in Urkopacha, after all, and we have lived in harmony for so long.
I take it that's why you're recruiting others to your aid. You never change, do you? Always eager to help those in need. That's us. That's us. Unfortunately, the life of a merchant demands we don't rest our feet for too long, but perhaps we can send others your way. Only the best, of course. We promise to share what you told us today with anyone whose ears we can bend. Now let's all be off, Refurler. Alright. Have fun, side quest buddies. Long side quest buddies. They're Urkopacha side quest squad. Laser, surprisingly, people not prepped or stepped over the line. Oh no. All the farm groups are done for the night though. Yeah, I was looking to try to find a practice group that was at the prog point, but couldn't find one that was open to a healer. So I'll check again to see if another group crops up. But yeah, it is getting pretty late, so might have to try for the clear myself another time. That's why I popped over to do the Yok Huy Reputation. Alright, let's see if these guys have anything to say while we're here.
The vow of resolve has made her return. By all accounts, she is every ilm, the daughter of Guru Jaja.
Which one you plan on doing, box or line? For the limit cut? Or is there another strat that has box or line? What else are we talking to here? Okay, there's somebody up this way. In the building? Oh, yeah. Diamond cut and then the north-south. Yeah, I started with learning the north-south one. And then we ended up doing box there, the diamond cut one at the end. The diamond cut one is simple for the people not doing the baits because you just have to stand in the center. For the people doing the baits, though, the north-south one is simpler, so it's like a trade-off. I honestly think, like, the diamond cut one is fine because it gives people a lot of space to dodge and you don't have to keep left-right moving back and forth. Alright, strapping Yok Huy.
You need help rebuilding Zirgorteh, the open-armed. I know the place. A group of Yok Huy lived up there and looked after an altar, right? Was quite the trek, as I recall. They would visit from time to time.
So it was a group of Yok Huy.
I knew there weren't many of them left, but I hadn't heard the last of them had gone.
Was it just one then? It was a group of Yok Huy and then there was just one remaining?
Terrible news, but if you're going to rebuild their legacy, you'll need brawn. And I have plenty of that to offer.
Thank you. You hope Diamond Cut works out and that one wins PF Standard? Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Because the Diamond Cut one is the only people that have to think really on their toes really fast are the 1 and 3 person. And then afterwards, you know, the rest of the people can adjust because the north and south ones never change. It'll always be the same. You know, 2 will always be south. And 4 will always be north. And then 8 will also be north, and then 6 will be south. It's just the other ones that have to swap to one side or the other. And then it works out great for the people in the center. So in terms of people having to know shit and dodge shit, I think the diamond cut one ends up being simpler in the end. And I don't think the party finder was like north-south brain dead strat, but I don't think it really is. I don't think it really is. All right, genial stonemason.
The spirits have been acting passing strange, it is true. Their usually harmless tricks have become malicious, with merchants and other innocents being attacked unprovoked.
Usually harmless tricks.
Usually they appear on snowy days and invite passerby to frolic under the falling flakes. Could have gotten into them.
The frolic under the flakes?
They usually invite the frolic. Regardless, the problem affects us all of us in Urkopacha. Sorry.
Reading.
If repairing the altar will help, then my supply of masonry is at your disposal.
All right. We've found some good recruits. A carpenter, masonry, somebody to help with the lifting. And somebody to our side quest pals to spread word. If you're 3, you just look at one where one goes. I see. It's just scary being 1. Yeah, it's usually quick reading. The person that said like you just go to the opposite side of whatever arms forward is the right way to quickly read it. All right, let's see here. Vriager, that's the carpenter we recruited.
It seems the others have already crossed into the valley. I will go soon as well after I discuss a few matters with Rafa. You did well, Kelwyn. I think we have a dependable crew to get started with. Vriager here seems especially eager to pitch in.
He seemed like a good sort. Knew the lass that died.
If I may, Farafar, I can do much more than shovel snow and haul stones. I am willing to assist in planning the reconstruction from start to finish. With you in charge of the larger picture, I can assign people to work where it is needed most. Having overseen many projects of this scale, I believe this to be the shortest path to completion.
Oh, has experience as a project manager. Nice.
You would do all that. Then I would be grateful to accept your help, Vriager. You are most welcome to it. Now, before we get started, do you happen to know where Torgor's living sepulchre can be found?
Oh, right, because the Yok Huy keep the stones, and it's called the living sepulchre because it's their entire deeds written on the stone or whatever, and as long as they're remembered, they live, so as long as the stone stays.
Upon it must be engraved stories of her life and work. It may shed some light on the mysteries of the snow spirit's impact itself.
Upon it, okay, so yeah, we might be able to read some of it on there. She doesn't know?
It was likely erected near the altar, but if so, then it too may have been buried in the avalanche. I see. Well then, since the snow must be cleared away anyways, we can search for the sepulchre in the meantime. We will find it, I am certain.
Oh, hey, yo. Oops.
Oh, there you are. You were the ones rebuilding the altar, right? Nopley told me you needed more help.
Oh, hey, thank you. No, please spreading the word.
When I saw how fearless he wheeled and deal with the Chihuahua.
Who are the ones that buy the salt cistern, the enemy Yok Huy, more or less. So he is still dealing with them. He was trying to sell them corrupted crystals that would be able to transfer elemental energy and start some trade with them. Or change the elemental energy of some of the eternal fire and scarring from Valley Garmanda.
I knew I had to become his pupil in trade, and so here I am.
I mean, it's not really trade, but okay. His people in trade.
Consider me Nopley's eyes and ears. If you need someone to make deals with the other merchants to procure supplies, then leave it to me. I speak like this because I'm running out of voices to differentiate Yok Huy.
I know Nopley has been making a name for himself as of late. If he vouches for you, then welcome aboard.
Nopley's been making a name for himself, eh? Good job, Nopley.
This project is off to a better start than I ever imagined. We have all the help we need, and then some. So now is as good a time as any for the hands of Zirgorteh to rebuild warmth.
Oh, we're gonna be known as the Hands of Zirgorteh, are we? Alright, alright, alright.
Speak to me when you are ready to use those expert skills I recruited you for, Kelwin.
Alright, expert skills at the ready. All the people set up around here. No, please taking a special interest in the restoration. If he's interested, then I'll do whatever I can not to disappoint him. Of course I hear you, Calvin. Nobody couldn't stop singing your praises. If there's anything you need, I'll be here. Ryager.
A project of this size will entail tasks of all sizes. I must first assess the skill of our volunteers to see how much we can accomplish on our own.
Good plan, good plan. Alright, Farafar, what's our first task?
Now, first things first. Restoration.
I'm running, hold on.
Restoration of our soon-to-be living quarters. The heavy lifting and building can be left to us, Yok Huy, while you craft the supplies we need for some of the finishing touches. If we are to live among these frozen peaks, we require an insulating agent to put on the floors and protect us from the cold. The space is large, so we'll need a few boxes worth. Can I count on you for that?
That you can.
Here should be everything you require for the task, but if by chance you run out, Wafertar will provide you with more. While you do that, I shall assign tasks to the others. Let us get to work then.
Okie dokie, okie dokie. Set of warmth repair supplies. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Society quests. Yok Huy quests. Warmth repair supplies. Synthesis. Oh, it's low enough that we can use trained eye. Well, say no more. right, boom, shakilaki. Ta-da!
Hello, Cowan. How goes the crafting?
The crafting goes fine. So it says supplies required to make the living quarters in Zirgorteh the open-armed, cozy, and warm.
Aha! I see your skills were no mere boast. Excellent work. Now, thanks to you, warmth will be a place worthy of its name. Please, feel free to rest a while. Stay a while and listen. Sorry. We will take it from here.
Alright, alright, alright. First building restored. Oh, they did a great job. Ooh, I like the gentle chimes, like the other, like all the reputations. This is a remix of the zone theme for Gopacha, for wherever the reputation is taking place, and this one is, I like this one. The Mamulja one was also a banger. This one's a lot it's a prettier. But they're all really good. They're all really good.
Why everyone works so eagerly, as if they have forgotten entirely the biting cold without. The sight truly speaks of the quality of your contribution.
We got a warm place to set up shop, to take shelter from the cold.
The road ahead of us is long, but I am glad we have taken our first steps upon it together. I hope you will continue to lend us your expertise.
Of course. Serious nod. Determined nod.
Are you watching, Dartorgor? I promise you that soon the spirits and Yok Huy live in peace and harmony once again.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. The collapsed living quarters have been repaired, marking the beginning of Zirgorteh the Opened Arms restoration. Yet the snow spirits must still be appeased. Only by continuing their work can Rafar and her crafters quell the spirits' rage and bring peace to the mountains. All right. Our reputation starts here with friendly. Oh, we can use mounts within this area. Okay. Can't take their names seriously, it's too funny. Oh, I don't think their names are too funny. Or Korgor, Warhammer, or Harlor, or Furtar. I mean, like, sure, it's like 3 syllables and whatever, but I don't know. I don't find it too funny. I guess it's very, not quite Lalafell-like, but similarly Lalafell-like. Now you mean the name of their race, Yok Huy? I don't think that one's too funny either. I guess it's because the Huy at the end. Like, bah, Huy. Because the Yok comes from, like, Yok Taral. I don't know what that, I don't know what the Yok necessarily means in the different language, but that's probably where that comes from. It probably shares the same meaning. Alright. Rafar?
Little by little, Zirgorteh, the open-armed, is beginning to look as it must have when Torgor and her kin lived there. For the sakes of Yok Huy and Snow Spirit alike, I hope we can count on your aid again.
Alright, ward exchange. This is where we can purchase stuff with the currency. This goes up to 670. Not better than the tombstone. Just if you needed some base gear. Other base items you can buy. General Mender.
We received a variety of materials from Warlord's Echo and beyond. We're fertile and I are dividing them up and getting them into the right hands.
Alright, and then Voryager is going to be giving us our mission. Alright, we'll work for supplies. Voryager wishes to acquire materials in exchange for your services rendered.
It goes without saying, but we require a prodigious amount of supplies for the restoration. In order to augment our stores, Nopely has kindly introduced us to a traveling trader from the capital.
Oh, hell yeah, Nopely.
When I spoke with the trader about what we require, I chanced to mention your involvement in the restoration, and what he do but request your crafting services as payment.
Oh, the word of our fame spread.
The man is presently come to Warlord's Echo. If you are willing to take on the task, I will see to it that you are duly compensated for your labors.
Alright, and then getting a glow on. Voryager wishes for there to be light.
We Yok Huy use glowstone as a source of light in our homes, and we wish to employ it at the altar as well.
Yeah, I remember the side quest where we had to do like the little ritual to like put some special water or something or whatever on the light so that it would keep going, and there's a whole thing about whoever lights it up and says like the little prayer is to bless the thing or whatever.
As the stone lies deep in the earth alongside fossilized matter, however, we must rely on seasoned mountaineers for its location and excavation. I have tasked one such individual with the work to the north of Warlord's Echo. Might I trouble you to pay him a visit to see if he has found anything for us?
And then hold my hand warmers. Warm hands work more swiftly, or so Voryager believes.
Horker, one of the tool keepers, was kind enough to prepare us portable hand warmers to stave off the mountain's bitter chill. To prolong their use, however, we must swap out their components from time to time. We must ensure the warmers remain at reasonable temperature, so I'd like to entrust you with the creation of new parts. Shahorka possesses the materials for the job. Simply ask, and she shall provide.
Alright. Look at this guy in the full body Gramanda set. Alright. Oh, do we have to go into the area for this part of the quest? We get to hear the nice music of this area. Also, Busy said, "Oh, okay, because Huy means something else in Russian." Okay, I see. How does mountain people don't have clothes suitable for the mountains? Maybe they're more cold tolerant than we are. I mean, they are an entirely different race. Little beds in the back. No privacy. Open windowed. Hey, you want to take a nap right here? Do so out in the open in front of everybody. Alright. Shahorkar. Hello.
Hear about the hand warmers, yes? Very good. I received them. I'm relieved we have a crafter like yourself to aid us. Here are the requisite materials, and I have more where that came from if you require it. With them, I'd like you to craft a set of warming cinders. When your work is finished, you'll want to deliver your goods to our supplier. He'll see to it that they find a new home.
Let me see, what do we small talk?
I've been instructed to help however I'm able, so if you ever need materials, you only need to ask.
So this having a little separate instanced area for the progression part of the zone. I guess they've done this before, like with the fairy reputation, the pixie rep. There's a whole bunch of them clearing out snow with some snow shovels. All right, let's see. Dun 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 dun. And warmer components. Luna, what do you know about Pain? 27th new battle pass in Warframe. 28. Oh, okay. So the 27th new battle pass in Warframe. The 28th DNA release. 31 new Path of Exile League. Wowee. Looks like you're gonna have a lot of new things. Make sure to take your time. Have a lot of things to chip away in. I mean, you don't have to, if you want to hit the battle pass stuff or the PoE league first or whatever. You can always, well, the battle pass probably lasts for a while, right? So you don't have to jump in at the first day one. I don't know if there's benefits from jumping into the PoE league early. And then you can always save DNA. You don't have to jump in that release date one, right? Yeah, the big mounds of snow that I guess they're clearing out from the avalanche so we can have access to more of these places. PO League early is good because of early league economy? Okay, well then maybe that's the priority number one. Yeah, the battle pass will last long enough, so you know you'll have time. You'll have time. Plenty of time to take it leisurely, get to everything eventually. DNA is a new game that you want to play? Well, hell yeah. It's good to have a lot of stuff to look forward to. Maybe you can dole out your time evenly. Take one day to play some PoE, and then the next day play some DNA. Will you play DNA? No. No, it doesn't seem really up my alley, personally. All right, let's see. We have. Oh, right. I need to synthesize more of the hand warmers. I only synthesized one. I was just like, all right, job's done. I might have to hand these in to somebody back inside that instance. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I probably have to hand this back to somebody in here. Whoops. Oh yeah, they're in the building. Ooh, also look, it lights up nicely after the sunset. Here we are. Yes, what business might you have with me?
What splendidly crafted components, and with such impeccable timing as well. We've seen more of our warmers requiring maintenance of late, so this is much appreciated.
There we go. All right, now we can go back outside and do the rest of the stuff. Let me also take a sip of water as we're running. Stay hydrated, everybody. Stay hydrated. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Let's keep on keeping on. So this person who wanted our crafting is right here. Traveling trader. Ah, so you were Kelvin Light. I've heard much about your expert artisanry. It's an honor to make your acquaintance. Now you'll excuse me if I get right to business. Of late, the people of the city have developed a fondness for foreign things. I'd like to craft items that fill that niche. This time I seek a paint of a color uncommon in Thrall. 3 pots, shall we say. These ingredients should suffice for the quantity, but if you have need of more, please help yourself to the contents of that crate. Alright, filled to the brim. Let me see. Home exterior components? I guess because paint. Been doing this all on Alchemist, but I usually, because I have all the crafters leveled up, I usually, for the sake of flavor, change it to whatever I feel like best suits the task. But I'm just doing all on Alchemy. I guess it could work for everything. We were making like insulative things. You can do that with Alchemy. This is paint, which would also be fallen, I think, under Alchemy. We're mixing shit. All right, and then one more. All right, here you go, friend. And there, I hope the requested items are ready. Here you go. Says in a component for decorating homes in the Eorzean fashion. Oh, marvelous! These are bound to fetch a high price. Here, please accept these supplies as payment for your services. Yager will find there more than what we agreed on, but in light of what you provided, it's only fair. You have my heartfelt thanks. Palu continuing to be great people to work with. Their thing is happiness via trade for both parties. Both parties leave satisfied. Or opposed to Ulda, we're just like freaking cutthroat. My thanks again for your services, and please pass along my regards to Viager. Alright, and then to the north here, meeting with somebody that was mining some rocks. Yok Huy Mountaineer. Hello.
Viager sent you to collect the glowstone, did he? Here, take this. That there is an exceptionally pure example, far rarer than what was requested, and laborious to find. But in view of your efforts to restore peace to our land, I render it up gladly.
Oh, too kind, my friend.
I am counting on your success. We all are.
Saving the world via crafting. Let's go. Making sure there's harmony between people and the spirits. In this case, the snow spirits. Once again, very, very Gridania-like. Especially with like, like reestablishing this sort of like ritual that's like the pact that represents connection between the people. It's very similar to the pact or whatever that was performed, the oath that was sworn with the elementals. All right. Here we go. Will work for supplies, so this is giving the paint to that pillow.
You are returned. Did everything proceed smoothly with the merchant?
Yes, it did.
Oh, goodness me, this is far more supplies than I was expecting. If this is what's considered a fair payment, then your work must have been impressive indeed.
We're a good artisan.
With foreigners being regarded more favorably of late, decorating one's home in foreign fashion has apparently become commonplace. For the merchant to invest in this venture, he must have had confidence in your familiarity with the arts from across the salt.
We are familiar with many arts, not just in Eorzea, but beyond as well, far east.
The Pelu never cease to amaze me with their eye for opportunity, and thanks to your capable cooperation, we were able to secure a generous amount of supplies. Should the merchant return with another request, I hope that we can depend on your expertise again.
Hell yeah. Alright, and then getting the glow on for the glowstone.
Did the mountaineer have the glowstone for us?
Yes, and he went out of his way to find an especially pure example.
Well now, this is a fine specimen indeed, of a quality befitting ceremonial use. It is very generous of him to yield such. Perhaps you already know this, but we Yok Huy have a ritual whereby we prolong the radiance of glowstone by sprinkling it with salt water imbued with prayer.
Yeah, I was talking about that side quest that we did before that involved this. I remember sprinkling something on it. I guess it was salt water. And it was imbued, you said a prayer, and whoever was doing the prayer was thought to, like, they wanted us to do it because we were the one that slew Valigarmanda. So they thought us being such a strong warrior would be an exceptionally good blessing. You have such a malleable voice. It's amazing, honestly. Oh, well, thank you. I try my best out here with my bag of accents and voices and other stuff to try to differentiate the characters a little bit. It's been a lot of fun in the journey of doing the story or whatever in Final Fantasy XIV. Practicing voicing characters a little bit better. Come a long way and improved a lot from where we started. If you go back in my early playthrough stuff up on my YouTube and things like that, it's you can see the improvement. I sometimes go back and I'm just like, I'm doing so much better now at reading characters. And it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy voicing the characters. Also, Eldest with a sleepy time. It is getting... I still have some other stuff that I want to do here, though, so we'll be going for a little bit longer, though I think I will take a break after this to go refill my water real quick. Make sure you're staying hydrated, everybody. But yeah, I was talking about this side quest before.
Those prayers harbor the desire for our lives to endure in serenity, like the stone's gentle glow. I shall pray for the same as I put this glowstone to use in our work. My thanks for the delivery, Cohen.
All right. And then the last one.
So, you've crafted and delivered the warming components, have you? My thanks, Kelwyn. Laboring in the cold is no easy task, but the warmth you've provided means our work will proceed apace. Perhaps you are wondering why we do not simply dress for these climes as others might.
Oh, hey, Biz, here's the answer to your question.
We Yok Huy have thicker skins than other races, you see.
That's what I thought. As the racial difference.
Our bodies are naturally resistant to cold, for the most part. Unfortunately, the skin on our fingers is comparatively thin, so we must take care to keep them warm when the mountain grows merciless. The work is grueling at times. Yes, but with fresh warmers, we have little to fear.
Imagine if there's just their skin that's thicker. They probably also maybe have like, kind of like whales and seals, maybe have some blubber.
Your support here means a great deal to us all, so allow me to thank you once more on the project's behalf. As ever, I eagerly await your next innovations.
All right, there we go.
Each of our volunteers is here of their own accord, and I could not ask for more from them. I hope I can continue to rely on your aid as well.
Okay. So that is our first start into the Yok Huy Reputation. It's a fun one. I like this is an interesting idea for a story of appeasing these snow spirits that lived in harmony with the Yok Huy. Maybe learning a little bit more about the snow spirits, learning a little bit more about the Yok Huy. So I'll be looking forward to continuing this. It won't take me too long to build to the next reputation level, so probably come the Saturday stream, we'll be doing a little bit of an update on this reputation and seeing where the story will go from here.